I'm Charlotte McLeod with the Investing News Network, and this is your quick look at the stories we covered this week that you need to read. It's just over a week into 2020, and the year is already shaping up to be an interesting one for the gold space. The yellow metal soared past $1,600 per ounce this week for the first time since 2013, spurred by major tensions between the US and Iran. The situation is developing quickly, but the key motivators for gold so far have been last week's killing of a top Iranian general, a move that was sanctioned by US President Donald Trump, and Iran's follow-up missile attack on 2 military bases in Iraq. It's worth noting that gold's push above $1,600 per ounce was short-lived, and at the time of this recording it was closer to the $1,550 level. Experts have noted that geopolitical events tend to have only a brief effect on gold unless they are protracted. Aside from gold, palladium also saw a price jump this week, pushing to a fresh all-time high of over $2,000 per ounce. Palladium has been pushed higher consistently since last year on the back of lower supply and higher auto sector demand. The cannabis space is also kicking back into gear as the new year begins, and one noteworthy piece of news this week was the departure of the CEO of the Supreme Cannabis Company. Navdeep Dhaliwal will be replaced in the interim by Colin Moore, a director of the company and a former Starbucks executive. Dhaliwal had only held his position since September 2018, and the turnover at the company has left some in the space questioning its future. After the news was released, John Zamparo of CIBC Capital Markets slashed his target price for the company, dropping it to 65 cents from $1.25. In tech, INN turned to cybersecurity experts to hear what they think is coming in 2020. Overall, they emphasized that while the space is growing quickly, it's difficult for market participants to keep up with growing threats. Finally, in the life science space, Cytokinetics announced that it is starting a phase 2 trial of a next-generation treatment of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, known as HCM. HCM is an inherited cardiovascular disorder that can cause problems ranging from chest pain to heart failure, and the phase 2 trial will aim to optimize dosing. That's all for this week. Tune in next week when we tell you more about what's going on in the resource, cannabis, tech, and life science spaces. Among other things, we'll be offering coverage of the Lift Cannabis Expo, which runs in Vancouver from January 9th to 11th. In the meantime, you can follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or click below to see our free report or any article mentioned in this video. See you next time.